Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and today we are going to be doing our sinking funds video for the month of June. And yes, I'm sorry, a lot of my videos are so behind. Oh my gosh, I just been behind on a lot of things in my life. We've been trying to focus and give our home the TLC that we need, but I'm running around a lot. But let's go ahead and just get right in. We are going to be doing our sinking funds in this video. This is the sheet that I have with me. This is from my June budget kit design 2. This is BK 623 design 2. And the planner that I have with me is my Erin Condren monthly planner. This is what it looks like. I did end up changing the cover out. This is in the color blends design. For the year of 2024, I did already end up picking up my Erin Condren in the Inspire design because I just love that design so much. Alright, so we have our June spreads here. We have the monthly calendar. These spreads we did already set up together as well in previous videos. We have our first ever tech confessions video as well, and I did end up filling it out in my dashboard too. But let's go ahead and, I don't know how I got these little marks on here, but let's go ahead and do our sinking funds and transaction log page. So I actually don't have an extra thick washi like I did a couple of the other months, so I'm just going to end up doing what I used to do, which is just take some washi from a previous sheet. Alrighty, so we have our thick washi up there, and then we'll do our sinking funds. Our sinking funds, how we utilize it is we like to have them as run on categories, things that we don't use month to month, but we do want to at least have funds for, because we don't ever want to have unbudgeted expenses in our monthly. So these are just really helpful. If you guys have watched my May results video, you guys would have probably noticed that we use our sinking funds quite a bit. Every single month we always end up using $800, and I know all the numbers are there and it's always broken down, but it's crazy to me how it's like that. So I want to see what it looks like by the end of the year. But anyway, so our sinking funds, we're going to do what we usually do. We're going to just do it together and just kind of run down the list. Our sinking funds have not changed in a very long time. I usually only add if I need to, but if I have everything that I need, nothing really gets added like that. But let me put this thin washi at the bottom. And then we'll do our closing piece right here. Let's do our little closing piece. Let us do our lines real quick. Okay, so I did the lines as well. I feel like I usually don't do the lines first, so I'm not sure what made me want to do the lines first this time. But let's go ahead and go through the list. So these are the ones that are our open little categories. These are outside of our daily expenses, which is our eating out, groceries, gas allowance, pups, since we use these day to day every single month, while these sinking fund categories are things that are one-off things, or we use it every now and then type of thing. So let's start off with the first one, which is car insurance. For car insurance, the starting amount is at $286. We're going to add what we usually do, which is $75 in here. We could probably bump it down since we pay it every 6 months. But we have sewer and water next. For sewer and water, the amount in here is $165. We will go ahead and let's add another $90 since we do have to pay it next month, or this month actually, and I don't know if we're gonna be running low. Then we have Christmas. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I want to change this to $100 because yeah, I just want to change it to 100 because I think we're running behind because the next couple months we'll have these bills come out. Then for Christmas, we're currently at $320. I think I'm only going to add another $20 in here for now, since I feel like this month we've been spending quite a bit already. But next we have Pups Medical. This one we have currently $300 in here, and we'll probably just keep it like that and not add anything. Then we have our medical. Unfortunately for me, I don't know what happened, but my dentist appointment that I had, that I already spent like $800 or something on in a previous month. I think it was in this month, either January or February, that I had my down payment for my dentist because I had to get a crown on. Yeah, it was back in February that we spent $805 for the dentist because I had to get a crown, but for whatever reason they had to actually do it, get the claim and process it to realize that our insurance provided minimum coverage because that provider was actually out of network. I'm like, you guys gave me the estimate and you guys didn't know that it's out of network? Like, I'm so confused because for certain things it's out of network, for certain things it's in network. So I'm like, what? I was so upset. So essentially we got hit with another over $600 bill, and I'm like, I'm so happy I did not listen to the dentist and get 2 crowns, because that means that for both crowns we would be out like $3,000. So that's a little frustrating, because what's the point of saying these things and then it ends up being $600 off? Like, that's a lot of money. Yeah, I was a little upset. I'm actually still pretty upset about it, I'm not gonna lie. But medical, we had to add some money, so let's just see what we're left with at the end, since we are adding what we normally do for this quarter, which is $950 into our sinking funds. But next category is for baby. For baby's category, we are at $0. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna have to add some money in here as well. Then we have for car maintenance. And then for car maintenance, what we're at is $142. I think for now, I'm just gonna add $20 in here. The next category that we have is for gifts and treating. And this category is a very well used category. Right now, we currently have $53 in here. I don't really know how much to add. Let's just see how much we have left over again. Then next we have household. Household, we currently have $152 in here. I'm going to just add 20 again. For dates, we have $124. I'm going to add, let's do $30 in here for that category. Then we have home. We definitely used a bit of money from our home category. Right now we have $200 in there. I want to add like 100, but let's just see where we're at. We have clothes category. We have $203 in here currently. I don't think I'm going to add anything here, so we'll just leave that blank, which is pretty helpful. Then we have pups food. For pups food, I believe we're in the negatives. Yes, we are in the negatives by $50. And if we look at our history of how often we use our sinking funds for pups, we definitely seem to use it like every 3 months. Pups food. And every 3 months we spend around like $100. So I think this month we're probably gonna have to add like 100, but I'm just gonna put it in here because we'll need that. So let's just see where it goes. So next thing is pups miscellaneous. I think I might end up removing this category, or at least like taking money out of here. Maybe next time we get food, I'll probably pull it out of this account, since it seems like we never really need to have a high amount in here since we don't really use it like that. But we won't add anything in there since we're at $130. Next is Costco. I always forget about this account, so we should use it next time we go to Costco. But it's just kind of like a buffer, since Costco, if you guys know, you can definitely start accumulating quite the bit. This is kind of like a cushion if we end up using way too much, which we should have definitely used in the month of May, so we wouldn't have been negative. That's a little too late now. Next we have is Easy Pass. In here we currently have $35, so I'm going to add $15 in here. Then we have our office category. For our office category, we are negative as well. We have a negative $42. I'm not sure how much to add in there right now, but let's do, next is beauty. For beauty, we have $120 in here, and I think I'll just add $20. Last but not least, we have unbudgeted. This is like our catch-all account, so let's see where we're at. We're at $457. Most likely I'm going to have to pull from this to cover our dentist amount. So it's just good to have. Unbudgeted is kind of like unexpected, unaccounted, predicted account like funds, because if you guys know me, I don't really like touching our savings like at all. If I can prevent it, I rather prevent it. So this is like an unbudgeted cushion, I guess, for anything that comes up that was unexpected, unbudgeted for. We can use this as a cushion instead of touching our savings. But let's go ahead and see how much so far. I'm going to add this all up first real quick, and I'll be right back. I just want to see and just double check how much we're starting with is correct. So yes, what we're starting with is the correct amount, $3,090. And then of course, to sinking funds, we are supposedly adding $950. So let's just add that, $950. All right, so let's see how much do we have so far. So $950 we're adding. So we already put $75 in the car insurance category, minus 100, minus 20, minus 20, minus 20 again, minus 30, minus 100, minus 200, minus 15, minus 20. So we're left with $350 to separate out. Okay, let's see. Well, we already know we're gonna have to pull from medical. So how many categories do we have? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories that we did not put money in yet. And also, just to note, like, this is really how I split up my sinking funds. You guys already know every month the amount I put in each sinking fund always varies depending on how much we spent the previous month, which one needs more TLC over the other one. That's another reason why, for me, that's why my sinking funds is set up very differently as well. I have the sheet, if I set this up with you guys, but I have the sheet where you guys don't have to do it like this, but this is what works for me because every month varies. But this is literally how I calculate it, because like you guys already know, I don't really pre-set up these things before. I just do it with you guys on camera. But we have our medical. Let's start off with office. Let's just put like, I don't know, let's put $75 in here. So minus 75, and then let's put, you guys probably hear my baby in the background. Let's do, let's just do 75 here, minus 75, and then I guess for unbudgeted, we'll just put 0, and then we have $200 left, so we'll do 100 here, and then, oh, wait a second. Oh, we have gifts and cheating and home. It's fine. Let's do $50 here and $50 here. That looks good. Okay, so let's add this all up and it should equal to the full 950. So we have 75 plus 100 plus 20 plus 75 plus 100 plus 20 plus 50 plus 20 plus 30 plus 50 plus 100 plus 200 plus 15 plus 75 plus 20 equals 950. Alrighty, so our sinking funds is now good for this amount. So let's see how it goes for the month. And then next we have our transaction log, and I am going to do what I normally do, which is just grab the thin washies from these, because I only use one thin washi for the weekly check-in and the weekly balance, so I don't need both. So we're just going to put them here, and we'll lay the transaction log script right over it. So let's put this right here. So it looks really cute. I feel like that's a little crooked, but it's fine. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Then we have our last strip, and the sheet is now done. We're going to put this right there, and that looks very good. And this transaction log is going to be specifically for our sinking funds. Since our monthly view, I strictly just kind of like to monitor how much we spend from our day-to-day expenses or our daily expenses, which is eating out, groceries, gas allowance, pups, and bean. You guys might have seen previous months. It's just nice for me to kind of get an idea of different patterns I might develop of how often we spend from certain categories, but those are the ones that I'm more interested in. Of course, sinking funds can be tracked anywhere, but for me, I just like it this way instead. But now that is down, I'm going to put the lines in and I'll be right back. Alright, the lines are now down, and that is what this sinking fund spread is looking like. So it's looking so cute. So this is what, oh my gosh, I love June's colors so much. It's so pretty. But that is actually going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It's a quick one. Sinking funds are usually always a quick one, I feel like. But I hope that you guys still enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you guys so much as always for tuning in. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye!